I'm going live on YouTube. Welcome, everybody, gods and goddesses, to my live video. This is going to be a celebrity read on Meghan Markle. And if you're wondering why I'm in my fur, I just had a late night drive. And today is March 15th. So you know it's my birthday. So show some love. And if you ever want to donate to me, everything's on the information box. So I'm doing a celebrity reading. And then after this, I'm going to do just a weekly reading and mid-month, I believe. So weekly reading I will be doing after this. And also, because I was just out getting food, I'm going to have a nice, mukbang. And then I have a surprise ASMR that I'm going to try out today. And I hope y'all love it. So I'm here for the night. So let's get this party started. So right now I want to tap into Meghan and Harry. It's Harry, right? Let me check the prints. Just to make sure. Yeah, it is Harry. Okay. I'm going to make sure. So I'm doing a celebrity reading on them. Thank you for coming. Oh, if you like my vibes or you like this video, feel free to like, and also comment. Positive vibes only. Also feel free to share if you care or if you know somebody who may care for this video. All right. Wow, this is really looking like them. Mind you, I watched I didn't really watch an interview. I just saw clips of it from commentaries, but that's about it. But I didn't watch the actual interview with Oprah. But let's just get to the cards. So these cards all jumped out, and these cards say a lot, y'all. Okay, so first of all, the first card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to practice my Roman numbers. 8 of Wands. And to me, this card always means iffy energy, it's back and forth. So it's a real war out here. We don't know how bad it is, but it's a real war, guys, between the royals, because these are colonizers. So they're very powerful. So with the things going on of Meghan and Harry coming out and telling the story, that's a really big deal because they don't like certain things. They like everything a certain way. And also it comes to a big deal with their higher ups. So who manages them, it's a big deal. And this is but it's also good publicity for them because it helps them cover up for, I think, pedophilia in the household. That's what I'm hearing. And then I got 5 of Pentacles. So it is true. They were kicked out. Validation. They were literally not kicked out, but they decided to leave. They chose that would be a better route for them because they realized that nothing was serving them in this household. Nothing at all. I feel like 3 of Pentacles is really saying, you see how this guy is sitting here, he's people can look at it in different ways, but to me, I don't feel like he's blessing this child. I feel like he's inspecting this child as if. So I feel like it is true. They inspected her in her pregnancy and was they didn't really feel like welcoming her. Hold on. Where are my headphones? I totally forgot I have my headphones. There you go. So I feel like the 3 of Pentacles resembles that. They were inspecting and skeptical about the child coming into the kingdom and wanting to give them protection or not. But I also do feel like they kind of... a part of me feels like they weren't really as hard as what Megan may have said about the child being welcomed, but they were hard in a sense of like, oh my gosh, we're not gonna let this child, like we're not gonna let this child have our legacy. That's what I'm getting. And then Wheel of Fortune to me represents that regardless of where Harry and Meghan go, they will be protected with abundance. Why do I say this? Is because mm, they have a brand, their own brand. They can't like they're even though they're becoming like everyday people, they'll never be everyday people. They're always going to be celebrity status. So their brand will live on and they will have a legacy and things will work out for them. It's just a matter of them making it work for themselves. Okay, I got King of Pentacles. Yes, like this is obviously nobody's up for to be like it's gonna take a lot before even any child of Megan's could have a chance to become a king. But they're gonna make their own kingdom. You see? They had their they're gonna win they're gonna come up on top in this problem. I know some people are looking at it sideways, but they're gonna come on top regardless. Why do I say this? Because they had fought the good fight. There may be more fighting coming in, but they have fought the good fight. There's going to be a loss of money. There is going to be a loss of money, but either way, they're going to be fine. A loss of money because they feel like they're downgrading their lifestyle. Their lifestyle is not as before as secure. Three of Wands. I feel like sometimes I know Harry chose the decision he chose, but I feel like sometimes he thinks about like, wow, like this goes to show how much my family rides for me. Like they really don't ride for me. Um, this really tells me that their marriage is like a journey for their marriage. It's a lesson for their marriage. It's a lesson for a lot of interracial relationships to just fight the good fight and also realize when family is toxic because this is a lesson also for the castle, I mean for the kingdom. It's a lesson for them to also understand that they are need to get with the times and understand how life is. Like they can't keep living and doing the rituals that their ancestors have done. I got Page of Swords. Page of Swords is telling me that boundaries need to be cut. I mean, ties need to be cut. Eventually, this relationship, like they need to really mold their own brand so they can survive in this world. So they won't be fall victim. And yeah, the world is at crossfire. Like the world feels like, oh, they're lying, oh, they're this, oh, they're that. But in the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people are really feeling like they're lying, but it's going to be a lot of hard work for them to build their own revenue. So the world feels like, oh, you're part of the royals. Can't be that bad, King of Cups. Like, you're part of the royals. Like, y'all really wanted to be out here. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, you guys are ungrateful. Some people are giving them like negative publicity and they're dealing with carrying that burden. But in the end of the day, they said what they said. I said what I said. That's what I'm hearing. Like they feel more freeing, but it's sad because the magician says they feel powerless because they can't just make a GoFundMe page and be like, "Hey, fund us, help us, whatever." It's like this is what it is. Like this is what their life has come to, and they have to make a legacy for themselves. A lot of people don't understand the way this colonized kingdom is like, and a lot of people don't really understand how it's like being like the top of the world and going down real quick. That's how it look. That's what it is they're going through, and people are not understanding it. But they need to be more powerful. They need to be more like giving to their ancestors and their world. Because Death card is really telling me. that they're getting death threats. Their life is really in danger at this point. And yeah, you may be protected by other celebrities, which is great, but they can only do so much. So I feel like the kingdom is sending them, like, allegedly, possibly sending them death threats. But I feel like the ancestors, like Megan especially, like all her ancestors, because oh, this makes me want to cry. I'm just feeling the energy of the ancestors coming in, and it's just showing that, we were part of the building of that palace. And to know what would be said if the walls could have spoken, too much would tell. That's what I'm hearing. So I feel like her ancestors are really blessing her for the change and the courage that she has gone through. A lot of people may look at it like, oh no, it's not that serious. But honestly, imagine being into the royal, like being into like coming from what you've worked hard for your life, giving that up, being married, being in love, becoming a princess, and then being tormented when things are not to their pleasing, and it's because of things that you can't really change. What more could you do? It can mess with your mental. But I really feel like for advice sake, I could honestly say if Megan had if Megan had dealt with more difficulties in her life, her mind would be more resilient to this stuff. You know, that's what I feel. But it's not from a judgment perspective. It's just what I feel like. I just feel like from a personal perspective, I would say if she everybody has resiliency in their mind, a different measure of it. Some people can't be resilient to certain places or certain like environments, and some people, like everybody, okay, let's say like in a perfect world, there would be no trauma, let's say. But then there's some people, but because our world is not perfect, there's levels to trauma. Everybody deals with trauma. But it's just how your mind is resilient and how you face the trauma. Excuse me. So with this whole and Megan and Harry, I really, really feel like it comes down to um, protection, from spiritual protection, because as above, as below, it comes down to focusing on what makes them them, be finding themselves, and also lastly, really focusing on more positive stuff, better connections, um, being more grounded. That's what I'm getting. So I will leave y'all with that for Meghan Markle and Harry, and I'm wishing them so much love and light, and I'm hoping them for the best because, nobody wants to go through this kind of hell on earth. Nobody does. And unfortunately, that's what it has come down to, but there is blessings. There's always good that comes out of bad, and bad that comes out of good, vice versa. So I'll leave y'all with that message, and thank you everybody for watching. Love and light once again. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, and if you just like my vibes, feel free to comment to tell me why you like this video, and also share if you care, and most importantly, subscribe so you know the next time when I go live. Bye. Love and light, gods and goddesses.